Okay. So, all right. So I'm going to act like they, called me and they said, hey, I want you to tell me what my home is worth. The first thing I'm going to do, even though we've done it just so training purposes, is I'm going to put in the address right here to see if it's ever been listed in the MLS before. I see it isn't. Okay. But again, all I did there was I just went to the dashboard. I went to search and put in 5330 and Robin. Now I need to go and hover over search and go down to public record. So I go to public record, and right here, I'm going to put 5330. And then here, I'm going to put Robin. You can see down here, it says one match. I'm going to click results, and I'm going to click on the property tax ID. That gives me their name, and I'm going to print this. When I print it, I'm going to scroll down, and I can see that right here under tax information that it has the subdivision name, New West. Okay. It also tells me what the home was valued at in 2021, 152,000. It tells me down a little further what the property taxes were in 2021 for the seller. And then down here a little further, it's going to tell me what the square footage is of the property. It looks like it's a little smaller home, 1240 square feet. Okay. So it looks like right here it's built in 71. All right. So now I'm going to go to the top, and it's New West, and it's in Garland. So I'm going to hover over search, go residential quick after I print this. So I am going to print the tax roll. And then I'm going to hover over search, residential quick. I'm going to get into the search criteria of the property once it takes me to that screen. And I'm going to mark active contingent, active kickout, active option. I'm going to go pending sold. I'm going to change this to 0 to 180 days. Here, I'm going to type New West and put the asterisk above the 8. And over here, I'm going to type Garland. And you can see there's 10 homes. I'm going to hit results. I'm going to check mark the box above the 1. That highlights everything down here. And I'm going to hit quick CMA. Okay, that gives me a CMA. I'm going to print this. Now I'm kind of looking at the solds because those are the most comparable properties. And as I look, I see that basically the first 6 or so are good comps. 1280 square feet, 1249, 1277, 1271, 1292, 1259. And it looks like they're selling anywhere from, I don't know, 250 to 220. Days on market over here, you can see those right there, the ones that are the best comps. So I'm going to print that. Then I'm going to go to chicagoagent.com, which is a free app. And I'm going to have a login. Give me a second. I'm going to get my login. All right. So once this opens up, and this is an app that you'll want to, well, it's a website you want to put on your phone, chicagoagent.com. You'll log in. You'll have a little, have to fill out some questions. It's free. When it opens up, this is going to be basically, so far I printed the tax roll. I've done a CMA, and now this is a net sheet. When the net sheet opens, I basically want to get out of this screen. So I'm going to hit maybe later. And then at the top, it says buyer. I'm going to hit seller. Once I hit seller, I'm going to go right here, and I'm going to start at 250 because I might recommend that they list it there. What are you charging them commission wise?
It's the 6%, right?
Okay, so the 6% is defaulted.
Because he already bought a house. He already bought a new construction house already.
With
So
you or not?
no,
Okay, so 6%, that's 3 and 3. That has a ballpark of what the taxes are.
it's four
And all
thousand
you,
seventy-one dollar.
how much?
$4,071.11.
Okay, that's good enough. And you're going to mark the dollar sign. And then
Mhm.
this calculates a closing 30 days out. I hit compute.
So do I keep the interest rate?
Yeah, that's fine. That's an interest rate on what the seller has on their current home.
Oh, okay. So it's
So
not
it,
gonna.
it bears no value. So at 250, they net 231,856. Right here, you hit share print.
I
It
did
takes you
that,
to it.
but
Okay, and you
I was
pick.
confusing about the price of the house. How I need to estimate it? How
Well, what I would do is I would do
250 is too much.
250. Okay, that's that one. And after you print it, you hit the back button.
I did 220 and 215.
Perfect. I like to do 10,000 increments. So I would do 250, 240, and 230. The
Okay.
reason is because if you can talk them into that, most people look on the internet with 10,000 increments. That means that when they lower the price the first time, it'll be by 10,000.
I
So
was
I,
shocked because I think he doesn't know that how many he owned the house from 28 years, and he doesn't know how many square feet the house, because he was telling me it's 1500, but when I looked at the tax it's 124 40
right, like
sorry,
I said, yeah,
1240. So
yeah.
doesn't make sense how he doesn't have the survey too.
Well, the way you're going to tell them is you say you can only use 3 sources: the tax roll, a builder's plan, or independent appraisal. And the county assessment is not, or him thinking what it is not going to be a source. And that you're going to say that you're using the tax roll, which shows the 1,200.
Mhm.
If he wants to pay to get an independent appraisal, you can use that, but it's going to be basically the 1,200 whatever square feet. So
And okay,
okay,
if he doesn't have the survey, where are we gonna get one, or
not
the
survey,
not
but the
survey?
appraisal.
Uh, oh, you know the
Um,
plan for the house, the what do you call it?
well, there's a survey and there's an appraisal.
Okay,
Okay. If he starts bitching about the square footage, that's not on the survey. That's going to be on an independent appraisal.
okay, this is okay. Independent
And all you can use is one of 3 sources: the tax roll, a builder's plan, or independent appraisal.
okay. I'm just
So,
worried that he's gonna negotiate. It's like, oh, my house is not. It's more than this. It's not this
well,
size.
you can
It's
ask
that.
him, you can say, well, have you had any add ons? And if he says no, say, well, this is the square footage that I'll have to use. I'm
Mhm.
happy to have you get an appraisal done, and you can give him an appraiser that'll come out, and you have to pay $350, but the seller would pay it, and it might come up with a different square footage. You can then use that.
Okay, okay.
Okay.
And this
All right. So far you printed the tax roll, a CMA, and 3 net sheets, and then you log into Zip Forms. This is the way I get in. And what I would do is exactly what I'm doing to list this property. Once we log in, the screen turns blue. And you're going to hit one button and one button only. The new button. So it's right here. Got to wait for it to turn a cursor. All right, so you hit new, 5 boxes pull up. You're going to pick the first one, listing as a seller. You can name it whatever you want. Let's say Robin. You select residential. Right here, the drop down, it's going to be seller. You scroll down. You hit save. The next screen, always, you'll be looking at a white summary square. You go 2 tabs over to documents. And then I think this is what you already said. You printed the IBS.
Mhm.
Okay, the listing agreement and the seller's disclosure. Those are really the 3 documents.
And what about the lid?
Yep, that's right there.
1971 because the house is old.
Yep.
Do we
And
need
it's
to
right
print
there.
it?
It should be templated. I already did your templates.
Mhm.
Okay. You'll get him to sign that. The listing agreement, that's really the only thing you have to fill out. You'll put the seller's name there, the
I
legal descriptions off the tax roll, lot blank, block blank, blank subdivision, city of blank, county known as, and that's the 1330 Robin. You scroll down. I don't think there's an HOA, so you would physically uncheck mark that.
I did that too.
I always like to leave the price blank so that we talk about it at the house and then you just fill it in with a pen.
This is the 2. You have 1, 2, and number 5. What is that? Okay. I'm sorry, I interrupted you. Then
Oh, no,
4.
you're good. What do you mean?
What do I need to put anything in 4?
Oh, no, everything else is fine.
And 5. You have like 1 and 2. I have the 1, it's written 6%, 6, but what's the 2?
Oh, the 2, I see. Yeah, you can just delete that. That's
Okay.
where the seller pays your transaction fee.
Okay. This was empty, so
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, that's fine. So
Okay.
I always put the date that I'm going to meet them.
I did that and I put 5 months after that.
Perfect. Yep, that'll work. Okay. And other than that, the rest of it is done.
Okay. Awesome. I print all of this. All of this is ready, and I put also like small like introductory or something for sale, or my picture with some